Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Oshi Budgets, where we talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. So if you enjoy budgeting content like budget with me, cash stuffings, savings challenges, even some debt payoff, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Now, I do upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so each week you can expect 2 videos from my channel. But by the title, you can see that today's video is actually going to be my budget breakdown for my second paycheck for the month of August. Now, I am paid bi-weekly, and again, this is going to be how I plan on budgeting out my second paycheck that I'm actually going to be receiving tomorrow. So every Wednesday, well, not every Wednesday, I guess whenever it's pay week, the company that I work for releases our pay stub to us on Wednesdays, so I'll always know on every other Wednesday how much my check is going to be on Friday. Now, sometimes it does slightly change depending on how much taxes are taken out, but also depends on, if I, work 15 minutes of overtime or 30 minutes of overtime. So it does fluctuate a little bit, but not by much, because right now they're not actually offering overtime, so there's not a lot of overtime happening. So this week, I always start my budget breakdown by showing you guys the amount that I put into my separate accounts. So for my mortgage and insurance and phone, this check and every check until like the amount that's due for those bills change is currently getting $452. And then once those funds are into that account, the remaining balance that I am left with is $1,017.69 for this next 2 weeks. Now, this is the amount that I'm going to be able to pay any bills that I have, but also stuff some cash envelopes and savings challenges as well. Now, the way that I like to prioritize my budget is take care of business first, and that means making sure that I have enough to cover my bills. And if y'all notice, it got really dim just there. I am filming again with natural light, and the sun I guess decided to hide behind the clouds. So I apologize if the screen got a little dark. You're not going crazy. But yeah, so I like to start with my bills first and make sure I have enough to take care of that. So for this next 2 weeks, the bills that I have to pay are listed here. And so my car note, I pay this every half of this every time I get paid. So this is $249.50 that goes towards my car note. And I'm actually already a month ahead, but even though I am ahead, I still pay it, because if for whatever reason life happens, because we all know it does, and I am not able to make my car note, then I'm already ahead 1 month, and so that's one less thing that I need to stress about. So that is one reason I actually prefer to pay my car note, half of it anyways, bi-weekly, so that at the end of the year I can pay that additional payment, but also start knocking down some of that interest as well. The next bill that I have this pay period is my Wix subscription, and that is $24.84. I'm still paying the subscription. I'm not actively, I use it sometimes, but I'm not actively using it. So that is something that I could possibly consider removing from my budget. But since I haven't done so yet, I still need to factor that in. This bill for my gas with Atmos was $93. So again, have to take care of that. Last month, I think it was around a little over $100. So it is going down just a little bit, which does help, considering I like to give every dollar a job. And so, that does free up, an extra $10, whereas last month I had to pay $10 more, if that makes sense. Another subscription that I'm currently using is Pixie Set. And again, I say using because I'm paying for it, but I'm not actively using it. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you guys recall from following my channel, I do have a photography business. I'm not actively working it. So these subscriptions a lot have to do with, you know, hosting the website that I'm currently using, and also just being able to deliver those photos to clients. I don't know when I'm gonna pick up photography again. It is something that I am passionate about. I just don't feel like doing something and then it feels like a job, right? So it kind of got to the point where I just felt like it was a job more so something that I enjoyed doing, and I didn't like that feeling. So I kind of stepped away a little bit, and there is the sun again. But I do think I'll get back into it, maybe structure it a little differently so that I am able to do it, instead of making it feel like, you know, I'm overwhelmed because I'm just doing the most. So the next bill that I have for this one is my storage, and this is for my Apple storage for my phone, and it's $9.99. Now I do have to keep that storage because I take a lot of photos and videos on my phone. I actually use my phone to record these videos as well, so I got to make sure that I have enough storage. So that is something that I need to keep. And then I pay for storage for my daughter's phone as well. Just a little additional storage for her because she also likes to take videos and pictures on her phone. And she has an older phone. It's paid for, so I told her, you know, if it worked, we gonna keep it. But, you know, she likes to take a lot of content and stuff on her phone too. So I just pay for the 99 cents for that extra storage. I do also pay for Apple Music, which has since increased, and it's now $6.48. And then this is the huge one for this pay period, and I'm pretty sure you guys are experiencing the same thing. The light bill is just getting out of control for me, at least. I'm comfortable around $200, and so each check I can take, you know, $100 and then another $100 and not take care of the bill. But lately, it's like I said, the prices just have been skyrocketing. I'm not happy with it at all. And so if you guys watched my last budget with me, then you know that I took out $150 from that last check. But the bill actually came out to $375.62. And as you guys can imagine, I was hoping that it was going to be around 300, not $375. It's getting closer up to the 400. Hopefully it starts to go down some, because the way my budget is set up, like, that is making a huge dent in the money that I have available. But like I said early in the video, I do like to make sure that my bills are taken care of first. And it's just a little disappointing because I'm like, okay, you know, at one point I started to feel a little more comfortable with the amount of funds that I have left over after I pay bills. But I'm kind of like slowly sinking back to like, okay, do I need some extra money? Like, is it just a one-off scenario? And I don't know, you know, it's kind of hard because the light bill is something that actually like fluctuates, right? So it's not something that I can say, oh, I know this is going to be $200 and then I can put 100 and 100. Like, it could come back $500. I'm complaining about, you know, almost $400, and next month it could be $600. I'm gonna tell y'all now, if it's $600, I'm probably gonna faint. But, you know, thankfully I have that emergency fund that I started building up. So, you know, worst case scenario, I can always dig back into that. But let's see, once all of these bills are paid for, so we got 1017, 1769, and then I'm just gonna subtract all the bills that I have to pay this round. 93. And this is usually the check too that I pay like most of the bills. The second check, I think I only have like 2 or 3 bills. But it's just like I said, a lot. And so for this last one too, since I did the 150 the first time, I'm only gonna take out 225.62. So that's gonna leave me with $375 $97.27 that I can put into my cash envelopes and savings. And so one of the things that I like to prioritize between these two is kind of like what's most important to me right now, and then what's stuff that, you know, I absolutely know I have to pay for. So I always start, you know, my variable expenses with $100 in my groceries, because being a family of 5, I know I have to provide food for my family. So that's just something that I cannot take out of my budget or change, I guess, necessarily change. I thought about going lower this paycheck because I did have, you know, less funds, but you know, it just got to get done. So I have $100 that I'm putting towards groceries, and then $60 towards gas, because I know for sure like I'm going to have to get gas. So now that takes me down to $237. So then I kind of shift my focus, and I'm like, okay, I have $237 left. Where do I want to put it? So as you guys know, ever since I opened up my Roth IRA account, I've been really big on making sure I put something in my Roth IRA. So I want to get to the point where I'm able to actually, you know, invest $500 a month. I know it's a little stretch right now, but I know in the future it'll be possible when I'm able to, you know, have more free income to actually be able to put that aside. Like, I'm able to save $500, so why can't I invest $500? So that's the way that I see it. But for this check, I am just going to be putting $60 into my Roth IRA, and that's going to get me almost like one share of what I'm currently invested in. So I just figured, you know, $60 would be a good amount. It's more than 50, I guess. So $60 towards my Roth, and then that puts me at $177. And so then I go into my 100 envelope challenge. And so for my 100 envelope challenge, I am going to be putting $15 in there. And if you've been following my progress on that, then you're like, how are you going to put $15 and you've already filled the $15? I will have a upload go up on Sunday. There is going to be some changes, and I'll go more in detail in that video with you guys. But again, I'm still going to be completing the challenge. It's just going to be a little bit changes happening there. So now I'm going to take away $15, which leaves me with $162. Now, household still has some funds in there, and I try to put at least $20 in there. So it has $15, so I'm only going to add $5 from this check to my household envelope so that I can make it a full $20. Now I'm left with $157, and so I have, you know, self-care, family fun, my birthday, and sinking funds that's left over. So I am doing, or I guess I still am doing, a birthday savings challenge, but I've decided that, you know, I'm actually not going to do anything for my birthday. I'm kind of bummed about it, but I really wanted to do something that was interactive and fun. And the thing that I wanted was already booked up, and I wasn't able to invite the people that I wanted to invite, so I just opted not to do anything. And then I'm just gonna make my 30th birthday, which is next year, to be a trip to Tulum. That's kind of the goal. And I didn't want to like just, I don't know. I'm still contemplating, because people are like, oh, do you want to do a dinner? But I feel like dinners are really big, or like popular. Like, a lot of people do dinners, and I just didn't want to do that. I may do something still with my family. We may go out to dinner, but I don't want to make it like an official birthday dinner, if that makes sense. But I'm still putting money aside just in case, you know, I do change my mind here in the next week or so. So I'm putting $75 towards my birthday. And again, that's just for if I decide to, you know, treat myself, go get my nails done, my hair done, like whatever it is that I decide to do for my birthday, then I'll have some funds to do that. And then I'm now left with $82. And so I'm going to, I always like to give myself some funds. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself, let's see, $22 because I'm going out this weekend with some coworkers to a mini golf place or putt-putt golf place. And so I know we're gonna have food and beverages there. So I just wanna make sure that I have some funds in my self-care envelope to be able to buy some things there as well. And so then that leaves me with $60.27. And so family fund and sinking funds for me, they're kind of like on the same level. So it's okay if we don't do anything as a family that costs money, because there's so many free things that we can do, like go to the park, you know, family walks, like do things at home, or, you know, eat some of the food that we're already paying for. So it's not a necessity that we actually spend money on family fund. But sinking funds are planning for the future, and I do like to put money aside for, you know, some of those things as well. So for this check, I'm gonna go ahead and split that in half. So I'm gonna give $30 to family fund and then $30 to sinking. And so that does take us down to a zero-based budget. I never budget the change because I'm not putting change in my envelopes. But that takes us down to a zero-based budget. Like I said, this one was kind of eye-opening because that light bill really just impacted my budget this pay period, but I was still able to make it work. So if you made it this far into the video, again, thank you guys so much for your support. I am still on a journey of getting monetized, so if you guys would continue to fully watch these videos, I do greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.